Welcome to my channel Old Coins History. Here, we explore the fascinating world of coins, from ancient treasures to modern collectibles. Whether you're a serious collector, a beginner, or just curious, there's something here for everyone. Get insights on coin values, history, and tips for smart collecting. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. The French 20 centime 1997 coin is a fascinating piece of modern French numismatics, issued during the final years of the French franc currency system before the introduction of the euro in 2002, and it represents not only an everyday circulating coin of the Fifth Republic but also a symbol of French culture, history, and economic heritage, because although it was a small denomination in terms of face value, the coin carried with it centuries of symbolism, national identity, and technical artistry, making it far more than just a piece of metal used in exchange. This coin belongs to the series of French centimes minted in the later part of the 20th century, struck in nickel-brass alloy, giving it a distinctive golden-yellow appearance, a warm color that set it apart from the dull silver of other smaller centime denominations and making it visually appealing in everyday circulation. The obverse of the 1997 20 centime features the allegorical figure Marianne, the national personification of France, who has represented the ideals of the Republic, liberty, equality, and fraternity. Since the French Revolution, Marianne is shown wearing a Phrygian cap, a symbol of liberty that dates back to antiquity, emphasizing the revolutionary spirit of France and its enduring commitment to democratic values, while her profile is strong, elegant, and classical in style, a reminder of France's blend of Enlightenment ideals and Greco-Roman cultural inspiration. Around Marianne's portrait, the legend, République Française, is inscribed, reaffirming the sovereign identity of the French nation and marking the coin as an official product of the state, produced under the authorization of the French government and struck at the Paris Mint, Monnaie de Paris, which is one of the world's oldest continuously operating mints, with a history stretching back to the Middle Ages. On the reverse side of the coin, one finds a striking and beautifully balanced design that combines monetary practicality with cultural meaning. At the center, the denomination, 20 centime, is boldly inscribed, large enough for clarity, while beneath it appears the date, 1997, flanked by a small mint mark and engraver's mark, denoting its precise origin and authenticity. Surrounding this central inscription is the famous French motto, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, which first appeared during the Revolution and later became the official motto of the Republic, thereby embedding deep national symbolism into every coin in circulation. The reverse design also features stylized elements of wheat ears, olive branches, and oak leaves, which serve not merely as decoration but as rich symbols of France's agricultural tradition, natural beauty, and balance between peace and strength, wheat representing prosperity and nourishment, the olive branch representing peace and harmony, and the oak symbolizing strength, endurance, and national pride. Measuring approximately 23 millimeters in diameter and weighing about 4 grams, the 20 centime 1997 was convenient to use in daily commerce, light yet durable thanks to its alloy, which resisted wear and maintained a bright golden tone even after heavy circulation. By 1997, France was already preparing for the monumental transition to the euro, but the centime coins were still widely used, and the 20 centime piece often served in everyday purchases such as bread, metro tickets, and newspapers, embedding itself deeply in the fabric of daily life for millions of French citizens. Its value may have been modest, but its presence was constant, and for children, it was often one of the first coins they held or saved in their small piggy banks, creating emotional and nostalgic ties that extend far beyond its face value. Collectors today view the 1997 20 centime not as a rare coin, since millions were minted, but as an important historical artifact, a snapshot of France in the 1990s, carrying both artistic and cultural importance, and representing the twilight of the Franc era. Its engraver was Henri Le Griffol, who designed many coins of the French Republic, blending artistic refinement with clarity of symbolism, and his designs have been praised for their elegance and enduring national identity. In the global numismatic context, The coin reflects broader trends of late 20th century European coinage, where states balanced modernization of minting technology with preservation of national heritage through allegorical and botanical motifs. For historians, this coin tells the story of how France managed the tension between national tradition and European integration, since just 5 years later the franc would be retired, replaced by the euro, but the 20 centime of 1997 remains a tangible link to the last chapter of everyday French franc currency. For casual observers, it is simply a shiny yellow coin that once bought a sweet or a metro supplement, but for collectors, historians, and those with a passion for French culture, it embodies far more. It is a piece of history that fits in the palm of one's hand, a small golden disc that carries the weight of identity, economy, art, and memory, a coin that still shines even decades after its issue, and one that continues to tell the story of France's journey from revolution to republic to European unity in the smallest yet most enduring of artifacts, money itself. Next coin. The 5 centime 1997 coin of France is a small yet historically significant piece of the French franc currency system, a denomination that may appear humble due to its very low face value, but which carries a remarkable amount of cultural symbolism, design artistry, and everyday practical importance, especially in the years leading up to the euro transition, and it serves as a fascinating subject for both historians and coin collectors because it reflects not only the technical minting standards of late 20th century France but also the nation's identity, values, and traditions condensed into a coin of modest size. This coin was struck in aluminum bronze alloy, giving it a distinctive light golden tone, softer and brighter than the higher centime denominations, and was carefully engineered to be lightweight, durable, and affordable to mint, since 5 centime was the smallest denomination still actively circulating in France during the 1990s. Measuring just 19 millimeters in diameter and weighing around 3 grams, it was extremely light in the hand, easy to carry, and often jingled in the pockets of millions of French citizens, a reminder that while its value was minimal, its presence was constant in daily life. The obverse of the 1997 5 centime carries the elegant and symbolic allegorical figure of Marianne, the enduring emblem of the French Republic since the Revolution, wearing the Phrygian cap of liberty, which symbolizes freedom, resistance against oppression, and the universal rights of mankind. Her profile is classical and serene, modeled after Greco-Roman traditions but infused with French revolutionary spirit, a figure that has appeared on stamps, official seals, and coins, embodying the principles of liberté, égalité, fraternité. The inscription, République Française, encircles the portrait, affirming the authority of the Republic and the coin's official state identity, while beneath lies the subtle artistry of the engraver's hand, showing France's devotion to artistic refinement even in small coins of everyday use. On the reverse, the coin proudly displays its denomination, 5 centime, in bold letters at the center, with the date 1997 clearly struck below, framed by mint marks identifying the Paris Mint, Monnaie de Paris, as its place of origin. Surrounding this central inscription is the great French national motto, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, first popularized during the Revolution and formally enshrined as the national motto of the Republic, serving as a constant reminder of the nation's democratic heritage and collective ideals every time a French citizen held or spent the coin. Complementing the text are rich decorative motifs of wheat ears, oak leaves, and olive branches, symbols that recur across French coinage as timeless emblems of prosperity, strength, and peace. Wheat representing nourishment and agriculture, oak standing for endurance and civic power, and olive for harmony and reconciliation. This balance of symbolic plant life reflects France's deep agricultural roots as well as its aspiration to embody both resilience and peace in the global community. By 1997, the franc system had already entered its final years, since the euro was officially introduced just a few years later in 1999, with notes and coins circulating from 2002, and thus the 1997 issue of the 5 centime stands as one of the last vintages of the small franc denominations, linking the past with the great European monetary transition. Despite its low value, The coin had important practical functions. In the 1990s, it was still used for giving precise change in everyday transactions such as newspapers, metro tickets, candies, or bakery items, and for children, it was often a first introduction to money, teaching the values of saving and arithmetic in a tangible golden token that could fit under a fingernail. Millions of these coins were minted, making them common in circulation and not particularly rare today, yet collectors value the 1997 issue for its place in history, as part of the final chapter of the French franc era, and for its aesthetic beauty as a miniature work of Republican art. Designed originally by Henri Le Griffol, a celebrated French engraver and sculptor, the motif of Marianne and the balance of national symbols reveal the artistic philosophy of the mid-20th century, which sought to preserve France's cultural imagery in modern, simplified forms that could withstand the technical demands of mass minting. Although small and light, the coin was precisely manufactured using advanced minting technology at the Paris Mint, which had centuries of expertise, ensuring that even the tiniest details of Marianne's face or the veins of an oak leaf were struck with clarity and sharpness. In the grander story of money, the 1997 5 centime reflects how coins are not merely economic instruments but also carriers of identity, history, and collective memory, because each one passed through countless hands, exchanged in countless everyday stories, becoming a silent witness to daily life in France in the late 20th century. Today, when seen in collections, flea markets, or old drawers, the coin may look modest, even ordinary, but it remains a treasured artifact of the time just before the euro, a last golden glimmer of the franc system that had served France for centuries, and a small piece of metal that, despite its tiny size and low value, carried with it the great ideals, artistry, and national pride of France. Please like and subscribe to my channel.